What's going on, Madden fans? This Infinity Engine 2 information that I got for you guys, I gotta tell you. I'm about to tell you stuff that you probably will not hear in anybody else's video. So listen closely, spread the word, do whatever it is that you do. Because the reason I say this is because I can actually confirm and tell you guys stuff that happened on the EA trip pertaining to what I am going to read to you now. So without further ado, the Infinity Engine 2. One of the things that they wanted to capitalize on was feel the force. And what this means is they want to put more emphasis on height and weight and strength of the actual players. For example, let's say you have a running back and you're in the outfield and you're running into a safety. Let's say you have a power back like Marshawn Lynch. There's actually going to be impact, and the chances are Marshawn Lynch is going to win that and quite possibly bowl him over and run over him and keep it pushing. Whereas, so say it's a linebacker that may be bigger than, say, LaShawn McCoy. That is when the linebacker is going to dominate the guy. Now, not only is that effective in the running game, it's also effective in the blocking game. The blockers with the bigger size and more power is going to, or it's said to, supposed to work this way, is going to overpower the guy that they're blocking. Or if the guy that's, blocking, the guy that's block shedding, if he has technique or he has the size, he'll be able to either bull rush or just get through using technique. That was a feature, and that was something that they emphasized in working with on the Infinity Engine, from what I'm reading here. Let's see. Hit stick. They say the hit stick feels even better than before, better than ever. I don't know, man. Madden 25 had a pretty serious hit stick. But this one they're saying is really you can feel the impact, especially because of the feel of force effect with the height and the weight and the power all integrated into this. I can say this, when I played it down in Orlando, the hit stick did feel a lot better, especially better than this year's and better than last year's game. Is there a way that you could miss the hit stick? Yeah, but you can actually recover a lot better. Now, they also wanted to talk about the importance of the feel of force with trucking and the stiff arm. Whereas now, when you throw the stiff arm, if you tap it, you give him a quick jab to the chest, cool. Or if you hold it, you can hold the arm out there waiting for him, try to wall him off. You can actually keep running and have your arm attached to his chest and he's trying to drag you down. That's actually something that I seen happen when I played it. I threw a stiff arm at the guy I was playing against, and we were pretty much just riding down the field for a few yards trying to fight each other off. Probably because they were the same size, which will explain why the hell that happened. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty, because there's some stuff in this article. I'm sitting here and I'm reading it. I'm like, I gotta drop this video. I gotta stop reading and drop this video. Because what I'm reading is exact, almost word for word stuff that we talked to them about when we went down there for the focus group of the EA meetup. I couldn't believe it. Let's see. One of these things is, alright, when a ball carrier changes direction, he needs to decelerate and make a genuine sharp movement to get past the defender. Okay, that's something that we mentioned. It wasn't really a big deal to us. Let's see. Players about to get... Oh! Now, before I get into what it is that we talked to them about that's actually covered here, let me just say this. They have a feature now where, let's say you're stumbling to lose your feet, you're going to see an icon at the bottom of your feet. It's going to be big enough for you to see. At first, you're going to see it and be like, what the fuck? It's going to go away quick. You won't really notice it. But the more you play it, the more you'll see it. And it'll be like an arrow telling you to pick yourself back up. So if you push down on the right thumbstick, or it's probably the left thumbstick. Yeah, it's the right thumbstick. If you push down on it, you'll start to regain your balance. But you got to be quick because it will go away fast. Unless that was in the version that we played, which was pre-alpha. and it was just going away fast. I mean, it was really fast. Or if you push forward on that right thumbstick, if you're about to get hit, you could dive forward for a few yards. Okay, that's great. Now, here's where we get into the spice. The team worked on cleaning up the engine to make some underhood tweaks, like adding a ball carrier avoidance animation that triggers when a player approaches a blocker. That right there is pretty much the butt fumble effect. But now they worked on being able to avoid running into your blocker. How did they do that? Instead of the running back falling, instead of the running into the back of the blocker and falling down, the ball carrier. Damn it, what am I saying? The ball carrier will now put his hand out and automatically guide himself into space. This one, I want to give a shout out to Mike Mutt Guru for bringing this to their attention. Word for word, I shit you not. That is exactly what he told the developers. He said, I'll repeat it again, the ball carrier, this is what he said, the ball carrier needs to put his hand out to the blocker to stop himself from falling and to also guide the blocker. This way you don't get that ball reaction as soon as you bump into him. That was something that he said to them word for word, and they put it right there in the article. Now here's something that I brought to their attention. Let me see. A renewed emphasis on the running game. Serious attention has to be paid to the blocking assignments. Here is where I got extremely vocal with these guys. And I was talking about the blocking. So here we go. So this year, former NFL offensive lineman and current Madden NFL designer Clint Oldenburg took a look at every single offensive and defensive front in the game in order to script proper blocking assignments. Clint's work resulted in guards and tackles now taking on the correct defenders and behaving more realistically during plays. That was one thing I brought to their attention. Blocking the guy you're supposed to block. Blocking the guy in front of you. If there's nobody in front of you and everybody around you is already blocked, like the guy to the right of you is blocked, the guy to the left of you is blocked, you go to the second level if it's a run play and you get the linebacker. If it's a pulling guard needs to take, or a pulling tackle. If the linebacker's already blocked, you get to the next level. Block a corner, block a safety. That is what you're talking about here. Blocking the right guys. Here's another thing, and you guys hear me yell about this in my MUT videos all the time. Lead blockers will now seek out actual threats instead of peeling off to take on a linebacker that's already out of the play. Now let's take a moment to think about this. How many times do you guys hear me screaming at my fullback or my lead blocker, which could be like a pulling guard? I know you guys heard me scream at Gene Upshaw a million times. And that was something I was very, very vocal about. Lead blockers need to not be retarded. Like, blockers will run out there and instantly run right back to the inside, run back to the line on a sweep or a toss. When it's going outside, he's running back to the inside. I mean, I drew a diagram. I did everything. And they actually put it in the article. When I saw this, I said, I gotta do this video now. Because it was actually taken into consideration, and word for word what I said, it's word for word in this article. I'm proud of myself for that one. Playing both sides of the ball. I didn't read this far, so pardon me. I'm going to read it now. The offense was given lots of love this year, but defensive side of the ball was not ignored. Madden 25 features new mechanics for defenders, including the more effective dive tackles, which will allow players to avoid blockers and make a play on the ball. Uh-oh. Something might go wrong there. Furthermore, heat seeker tackles makes it much easier to hone in on a ball carrier and wrap them up. Okay, so that means if he has that type of attribute, or he specializes in You know, like Troy Polamalu would, you know, that's what they're talking about there. A small but significant defensive upgrade comes in the breakdown animation seen in the open field. To counter all the precision modifier moves, defenders will now slow down to get into position and make a play rather than charging full speed ahead. Perfect! Perfect! This is something else that we all talked about there. The defender needs to square his body to take on a ball carrier. And that right there is addressed. That's small, but it's extremely significant. So they hit the nail on the head there. I just hope that everything they're talking about is done well. What I can say about the Infinity Engine, from what I played, was way more tighter than it was this year. All the break dancing and all of the thriller video music videos that y'all could have made, all of that, I didn't see it. I didn't see guys break dancing when they get tackled or when they getting up. They do all these crazy gyrations. I didn't see guys' arms doing like a full 720. I didn't see body parts going all over the place. I didn't see any of that stuff when I played it. I didn't see it. The blocking, I can say, was much, much better. But there is a but. We were playing mud, and when we got to when we started playing with the higher rated cards, the game wasn't as smooth as playing with some of the lower rated guys. But that's something that we told to them. They played differently. So we told them this stuff, and I'm pretty sure they took it all into consideration and tweaked it up for the alpha. So I'm pretty sure it's much better now. Trust me. Let me not say trust me on this. I'm trusting them on this one. Let's see. Last but not least, defensive pursuit angles have been tuned so that defenders are smarter about tracking down ball carriers. That's all we asked for, because they were fucking stupid in 13. I mean, they got the angle. If they just keep running straight, they're gonna nail this guy. What do? Instead of running straight, they take a beeline to get behind him. It's stupid. Combine that with the breakdown animation and recovery ability, defensive-minded players will have plenty of moves to choose from. Excellent. Defenders caught out of position will also be able to make hard cuts to get back into the play. So we'll be able to recover and make something happen. Nice. Post-play AI has also been improved so that players will be more aware of those on the ground, and smarter get-up logic will allow players to stand up more naturally. Meaning, no more players riding the other guy's face and monkey humping them and doing them cowgirl. They're saying that stuff is taken out of the game. I can also say that I didn't see any of that stuff in the game that I played, Madden 25. So there's the news I have for you guys. That's just me confirming and declining and whatever that's in the article. I'm still not telling you guys stuff that's not in the article. So that means I still have a lot more info deep inside of my head that you guys won't know about until they start releasing stuff, and then I can give you even more information. So again, like, share, favorite, spread the word on these, because again, I got some information that other guys will not have in their videos. Peace, love, and hair grease. Yeah, that's my outro. It was stupid, I know. Thanks for watching.